Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Analytical, coming to you straight out of NYC on this Wednesday afternoon. I just want to say thank you to everybody that viewed the Sydney Hicks video. I got 46 views from it. I appreciate it. And I still want to just, thank everybody who's viewed all my other videos. It really means a lot to me. You're helping to grow my channel with the views, the subs, and even the comments. Whether you disagree or agree, I thank you for just taking the time out of your schedule to view my channel. So, I'm going to hit you back with this new story that I just happened to come across. Basically, it's pretty troublesome to me because this story involves not just deceit, but it also involves what I would say to be pedophilia. So I'm going to go into it. So I got this article from MSN.com, and it says Texas man, 25, posed as high school student to play basketball, police says. A 25-year-old Texas man was arrested last week for posing as a high school student and playing on the boys' basketball team, police said. He may have had an inappropriate relationship with an underage girl. That right there is red flags all the way. First, you're 25 years old. You're posing as a high school student. That's a problem right there. But then it gets to be not just a problem, a personal problem for you, but you cross the line by having an inappropriate relationship with an underage girl. So it says Sidney Bouvier Gilstrap Portley, that's his real name, pretended he was a victim of Hurricane Harvey and enrolled himself at Skyline High School in Dallas before transferring to Hillcrest High School, Fox 4 reported. However, he told officials at Hillcrest he was homeless and made no mention of being a hurricane victim. Unfortunately, this was a perfect storm, Dallas Independent School District Superintendent Michael Hinojosa said. When we had the issue of Hurricane Harvey in the Houston area, he took advantage of that and portrayed himself as a victim of that event and enrolled himself in one of our schools. Hinojosa said in his district has liberal policies when it comes to enrolling homeless students, and Gilstrap Portley used that leniency when he enrolled at Hillcrest. He went under the name of Rashawn Richardson and claimed he was 17 years old. The mother of a 14-year-old girl said Gilstrap Portley also inappropriately touched her daughter while at Hillcrest as he was becoming popular on the basketball team, the Dallas Morning News reported. The girl told her parents that he kissed and touched her, but she said she didn't have any sexual relationship with him. He was popular, a lot of girls liked him, and he was giving her a lot of attention, though, the mother told Fox. The mother never suspected Gilstrap Portley of posing as an older man until a detective approached her Monday about the possibility of him wanting to relive his high school athletic career. She told the Morning News. I'm upset, frustrated, angry, and sad at the same time, she told the newspaper. If it's happening at Hillcrest, then it could be happening somewhere else. People need to know. It could have gone differently if he had other intentions to hurt her or to traffic her. Gilstrap Portley was arrested and charged with felony tampering with government documents for filing false enrollment records. Police were investigating his alleged relationship with a 14-year-old. He graduated from North Mesquite High School in 2011. This is sad. This is a pathetic man. This is a real pathetic man, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, it's one thing if he was a high school dropout and he had a complex because he dropped out of high school when he was young and he wanted to obtain his diploma but didn't want to get a GED. And he wanted to relive that experience and then do things the right way like he should have done years ago. That would have been one thing. That doesn't excuse his behavior because it's still wrong to falsify records and to lie about your age. But you could say, okay, he's just one of those individuals that has a complex and he doesn't know how to handle his past and mistakes. However, you graduated from high school 7 years ago. So you lived that experience. Why would you want to do it all over again? So what I did was I did some research. I said, what would it take? Why would a young man who graduated high school, why would a young man who graduated from high school want to relive his, yeah, so I just had to pause for a moment. So I was like, why would a young man who already finished high school want to relive high school over again? So I did some research and I found out what the possibility of it could be. So when he graduated from North Mesquite High School in 2011, he actually played college basketball. Okay? And pretty much he tried out to become a basketball player. So when he was in college, he went to a college called Dallas Christian College. And he played as a guard in the 2013 to 2014 school year. And he went undrafted in the 2017 NBA draft. He only scored 4 points for the college that season. So in other words, nobody was really checking up for him, pretty much. They wasn't really, he was good in high school, but he wasn't what he could have been in college. So I said, well, maybe he wants to try to be a college basketball player professionally again and pass himself off as a high schooler, to be drafted, to be, get the college scholarships in his sick, deranged mind. But I found out that he played in a semi-pro basketball team in 2016 in Texas. So I'm like, okay, so you did some semi-pro things, but if you didn't get drafted, you wasn't that good on a college level. If you're not going to college level, you're not going to get to the pros. There's no way. So I said, okay, fine. He has some issues that he needs to get checked on. But then I lost sympathy, a little ounce that I had, because you was messing with a 14-year-old. Now, that's when I said his other reason could be he likes little girls, young girls, teen girls. And this is when I say this is where it becomes dangerous, because according to the 14-year-old, she told her mother, we kissed and we fondled, but we never had sex. And he's lucky, and he better hope and pray that for his sake, it didn't go that far, because Texas don't play with you. He could go to jail just on the line. The line, he can go to jail. He's going to go to jail. He may plead, but they're going to give him some time. Plus, you was dating a minor. He's going to do some jail time. Texas don't play with you. But the fact that you was involved in a pedophilic, or you could say pederast behavior, whichever way you want to think about it, I think it's pedophilic. Some people think pederast, if you in puberty and a teenager, still the man is sick. My other issue is his parents had to have known, his family had to have known about his issue, his behavior. There's no way you got a 25-year-old son, unless the family and you ain't cool. Texas don't have major cities where it's big like New York and Chicago. You can't hide in a major city in Texas like you can in New York and become another identity. There's no way they did not know. I don't get it. Even though he's a grown man, I still don't understand that. Another thing too, my big issue too is the Department of Education down there. We live in a high-tech world. This is not the 1980s where you can become somebody else through falsifying documents. There's no way in hell. It doesn't even say he used a different name. What social security number did he use? He had to have used the same one. Now, if he forged social security number, he's doing Fed time on that alone. How was he able to fall through the cracks? And this wasn't his first time that he did that. This is just the time he got caught. He went to another school before the Skyline High School and did this. But somehow or another, he was able to leave there unscathed. There's no way he should have got away with this. When they first scanned his records, they were like, oh, you went to college on a scholarship basketball and you was semi-pro? No, you committing fraud. And the sad part about it is the Skyline High School basketball team, they had an almost perfect score. Okay? And this is how this whole story broke. This Gilstrap Portlee's deception was revealed. Because what happened, this is what happened. One of his former coaches at North Mesquite High School recognized him at a tournament in April. And that coach at North Mesquite High School got in touch with the other coach at Hillcrest. And they informed him that one of my players who graduated a long time ago is playing for you. And that's how this story broke. This young man never got arrested for anything. And I feel like this is really, really sad. This is really sad. So let me just correct something. In August, he was at the Skyline High School, but he transferred to Hillcrest High School. So Hillcrest is where all this went down. It didn't go down in Skyline. It happened in Hillcrest, where he was with the girl. So I just want to make notes of that. And pretty much, Skyline High School, y'all should have actually had y'all antennas up, because y'all should have been doing a thorough check on him, number one. It shouldn't have took the basketball coach at Mesquite to say, oh, one of my old students from years ago was on your team. What this man did was he ruined the reputation of Hillcrest High School's basketball team, because their stats, their perfect score is about to go down the drain, because he was posing as a high schooler. He was an adult. All those young kids who's on that basketball team, they could actually lose out on being able to get college scholarships to play ball, because they're not going to have a perfect score. Those who are like in their freshman, sophomore, junior year, they probably got a good chance. But those that's in senior years, he's pretty much ruining it for them. And that's the real bad part about it. And, you know, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not a big sports person. I do like basketball. But this is my thing. Let's be honest. Regardless if he would have did this on a basketball team, a football team, baseball team, swim team, whatever. People like him is what I would call a sociopath. He's a sociopath. That's a sociopathic person. That's a dangerous person in society. This is a person who can't let go of his past. You had your moment. It didn't work out for you. Most people that play sports in high school and college, they don't go pro. It's only like maybe 5% of them, maybe 10 that go pro. But most of them don't go pro. And the ones that go pro, most of them don't become stars. Out of that pool, you'll have 5% that become household names. That's just the way it is. Most people are lucky to even get to play college sports. You at least got the chance to. You went to a small college to play. You didn't go to the NCAA top 10 schools. But the problem with him is that he can't let go. Now he has no choice to let go. He has to be an adult. What I see in his future, I'm going to be honest with you. I see him being on a reality show. I see him on a Young Love Fix My Life. Because this is a hot story. And we live in the age of Me Too. And this is a young girl who was 14 that got deceived. Now, I'm going to say this. She got to be a little bit slow, because I could see that he's a young adult. He doesn't look 25, but he does look like a good 21. People nowadays do look younger. When I was 25, I looked very young. But there were a lot of 25-year-olds that you could say look 25. But most people now who are in their 30s, they don't look like they're in their 30s. I don't look like I'm not 30. I still look like I can now be 25, you know? But he doesn't look 25. He looks like he's no more than 21. So I'm not going to say that she should have known he was 25. But she should have known that this dude is a man. And the problem that I have with the story is that she didn't pick up on it. She didn't pick up on it at all. I'm going to say something else too. What I'm going to say is that I'm really shocked that the Me Too campaign didn't pick up on this. Because we live in a climate where, especially black men, with the whole thing with sexual misconduct, this is a story that they would gravitate to. And with what's going on with famous people, famous black men, you're not making it easy for yourself. You're helping, in my opinion, this is my opinion, you're helping to enforce that stereotype that black men are dangerous. And I'm just going to stop and end it right there. And I just want to say that anybody out there who really has issues with being an adult, not being able to move on with their past, seek help. You don't want to still be in your 20s, mid-20s, into your 30s still dealing with stuff like that. It doesn't pay off to lie about your age, because that lie is going to catch up with you. It's better to either be honest, or if you're not comfortable around people that's younger than you, just don't say anything if you got to deal with it. But don't lie about your age, because the repercussions can be brutal. It can be jail time. You could lose an opportunity. You could lose something that you built for years. It's not worth it. Just be yourself. And with that, and on that note, I'm just going to sign off. This is your girl, Miss Analytical. Make sure you subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I don't miss Analytical. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like bell. And make sure that you also comment. Regardless of how you feel about this topic, I would love to hear your opinions. I shared mine. You can share yours. I'm signing off. Take care and have a wonderful day.